Hi Mom, welcome to my studio. I'm just going to give you a brief demonstration of some of the new gear that I've gotten recently. So the big one is this guy on the far left. This is called the Novation Peak, and this guy is a heck of an instrument. So I'll just play you a quick sound from it. This is what's called an init patch. So in other words, it's fresh, completely unaltered sound. So that's just a basic sawtooth wave, and what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to create a quick custom sound. So first thing I'm going to do, and let's check my mixer here. All right, all the way up there, all the way up there. All right, so I brought in a second oscillator. Same thing. It's a sawtooth. So same wave shape. Here's already a little thicker. I'm going to bring in a third one. Alright, so now we're getting really thick. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to set the range of this third one an octave lower. Alright, so now we've got a nice growl in there. And I'm going to set the second one a little bit higher. Nice. Okay, so we're getting some real size in the sound. Now I'm going to take that second oscillator, I'm going to tune it up by a major third. Okay, this sounds good, but we're a little out of tune because major thirds are naturally, when they're exactly in tune, they don't sound good. So I'm going to tune that one down about 14 cents, which is, we'll bring it into acoustic tuning. Okay, so this is cool. This is thick. And now, what I can go ahead here and do is, I'm going to do what's called unison. And on unison mode, what we're actually going to do is, right now, this is only taking up one voice on the 8 available voices. So that means this machine can duplicate that sound up to 8 times. So that could be if I play 8 different notes, or if I play 2 different notes, that takes up 2 voices. If I play 3 different notes, that takes up 3 voices. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to sort of take advantage. I'm going to steal voices, and so I'm going to go up to 3 voices, and so it's going to duplicate this sound 2 more times. Okay, so we're getting real thickness now. And I'm going to go ahead and detune these duplicate voices. So now they're going to be slightly out of tune with each other. Okay, so this is starting to sound real cool. I'm going to increase the spread of that intonation just a little bit. Good. So now I'm in a pretty good place with this sound as far as what I want it to sound like. But there's still more that can be done here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to change what's called the envelope of this. So right now we're at 100% sustain, which means as soon as I hit the key, it's on, then it's off. Right. So what I'm going to do is actually make that a little more gradual. So I'm going to increase the attack time. That's okay. Let's go a little further. More. Okay, good. So that's got a nice swell to it in the attack. What I'm going to do is now I'm going to increase the release time, which is going to change that end of it from being on-off to having some release when I let go of the key. So I'm going to bump that up about there. That's okay. A little more. Okay, good. I'm liking that. So I'm going to bring the sustain value down a little bit and put a little bit of decay in. Sustain up a little bit. Okay, I dig that. And now I'm going to start working with the filter here. So currently the filter is all the way open. So it's letting all the harmonics pass through. What I'm going to do is crank that down. that. That's a good filter spot. Now, what I'd like is for there to be some movement in this filter. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to assign the filter frequency to the LFO, or low frequency oscillator, which is this guy up here. So I'm going to change that. So as the low frequency oscillator does its thing, which you can't hear, what it's going to do is change the filter setting for me. Alright, that's pretty good. It's a little bit fast, so I want to slow that LFO down to make it just a more progressive movement. Pretty much where I want it to be. Cool. I really like this sound. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to bring in the effects section. So I've got a couple of choices here. I've got delay, I've got chorus, I've got reverb. So the first thing I'm going to go for is the chorus, because I want to continue to thicken this sound up and put a little bit more movement in it. That's where we're now. Okay, it's good. Some reverb to create a sense of space. So we'll go with type 1 reverb, because that's like that one on this type of sound. Give it about that much. Pretty good. Boom. Okay. I really like this. So probably one more thing I'll do, and that is I'm going to go ahead and start putting in a couple little modulation effects. So slot 1, I'm going to assign this to, let's say, animate button 1. Okay. And the depth, let's say, our max value is 63. Let's go half that. Let's go 44. That sounds good. Go back, and now I'm going to go ahead and change what the destination is. So right now, destination is pitch. So if I hit this button, it changes pitch for me, which is okay. That can work. I can change just one oscillator's pitch. But I'm looking for something that's going to really get into the sound. So I'm going to go with, let's go with filter distortion. Yeah, that's good. Effect number 1, so I'm going to go back to the mod matrix, and I'm going to go to slot 2, so I can have another one of these. I'm going to change this one again. We're going to go to animate 2 now. Depth, we'll set it around 20. Sounds good to me. And this one, the destination, we're going to make. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a oscillator sync. frequency modulation from oscillator 1 to 2. Let's see how that works. It's okay, it's pretty subtle. Let's try 2, 3. So 3 to 1. All pretty subtle. I'm going to crank up the range. Yeah, I mean, it's a cool effect, but there's not a lot of it. So maybe I'm going to change my destination here. I'm going to go ahead and do oscillator 3 to filter frequency, because I think that is going to produce a pretty wild effect. Yep, that did. Yeah, so now I can set this to hold that guy. Hold the other guy. Yeah, that's pretty sick. I'm going to go back to slot 1. I'm actually going to decrease the depth of that one a little bit because it's a little hot. Too far. Just enough to hear it, but not enough to cause havoc in the sound. So that's the sound. I'm pretty happy with this sound, I gotta be honest. Nice movement, nice chorusing, nice reverb. It's got a sense of space. It grows. I like the thickness of it. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with that sound. I'm gonna save that one. But just, you know, as a general guide, that took all of 12 minutes to get to that sound that I'm like really happy with. This machine is super intuitive. And just as a reminder, this is where we started. Oh, sorry. Let's go over 1. Yeah, we went from that to that sound in about 10 minutes. So I know there's a lot of jargon in here, but I hope it was informative and that at least I used my money well in this machine. I think it's a really fun machine, and I'm excited to get to work with it. So hope you're having a good day. Catch you later.